Hi, I'm Judy Bolton Jarrett, and I'd like to welcome you to ArtCan Studio Gallery, 108 Beaufort Street in Chapin, South Carolina, for this year's Open Studios. Come on in and let's see what's going to happen. You may not be familiar with Open Studios, so let me tell you a little bit about it. It's a self-guided tour of artist studios in Richland and Lexington counties that's happening Saturday, April 7th from 10 to 6 and Sunday, April 8th from 12 to 6. These studios are on a self-guided tour, and you can find a map at the first studio that you visit, and you can use this to help you go through all the studios that you would like to go through in various parts of the two counties. One of the fun things that you get to do during the weekend is to visit with the various artists in their studios and find out how they work. I'd like to give you just a short demonstration on what I do with some high flow acrylics. First of all, there is a board that is called clay board, and I have done a background color mixing two dark colors of blues and greens. The next thing I'm going to do is to use fluid acrylics to draw a flower. That's pretty easy, isn't it? Well, maybe not. All right, these are called high flow acrylics, and they are very much like inks. And so what I do with the high flow acrylics is that I drop those into the varying parts of the flower. Here comes color number 2. Watch how gravity takes this from one place to another. And when it dries, it's going to look very much like enameling or fused glass. We just keep adding some color here until we fill each one of these parts. Sometimes we get a bubble and we have to burst the bubble. I like red and purple. I don't know about you. And sometimes little accidents happen, so that's just fine too, because it'll come out to be something very interesting. This will take a couple of days to dry because of the fluidity of the paint, so you'll get to see this next weekend when it's finished. All right, let's add one more color here. There, now gravity is moving this, so there's no telling what will happen in the end. Let's see what's already happened with the paint after a few minutes. Here's another work in progress that will be going to someone's home, as this is a commission. It's done with palette knife, and it's very thick and very textural. If you'd like to talk with me about doing something for your home or office, this would be a great opportunity to do that. Here are some of the examples of my work that you will get to see when you visit my studio. This is done with palette knife, and it's a lot of fun to see what will happen when the colors mix. Here's another that's done with the high flow acrylics, and you can see how the color moves and how it mixes right there on the canvas. This painting is done with mixed media, and all of the parts that are collaged onto the canvas are done with old clock parts from my neighbor at Secondhand Time up the street from where my gallery is. I do like to paint what I love, and I absolutely love sunflowers. This is a recent painting. It's 30 by 30, and it would make an awesome centerpiece in the best spot in your house. I also do hand-painted furnishings, and this table was built by a man down in Awendaw, South Carolina, and I recently painted it with this delightful sunshine, because we could all use a little bit of sunshine in our lives. Here's all the information in a nutshell. Columbia Open Studios, April 7th, 10 to 6, April 8th, 12 to 6, and I invite you to visit 108 Beaufort Street in Chapin. It's not far from Columbia, you know.